H2KInfosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2KInfosys supports 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus. One-time pay, lifetime access to live classes and videos. H2KInfosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For free demo class, visit h2kinfosys.com.
Hi Kaushik here. Now we are going to see the usage of the properties file in Selenium WebDriver script. Now generally the properties file is basically used to keep the object and its repositories. That is object repositories. We can keep it. In very raw terms, it means that all the properties of the object can be kept in a properties file, and these properties of the object will be needed to actually find that particular object and perform actions on that. So first of all, let us understand how do we create a properties file. So I'll do a right click, create a new project. I'll call the project as using properties file. Click on next. Since I'm going to use Selenium out here, so I'll go to the libraries tab and add the external jar files of Selenium WebDriver API. Go to order and export, select all and click on finish. In this particular project, I'm going to create a new package called as, let's say, properties package. And inside this, I'm going to use the class file as properties usage. That is a class file name. I'm going to use the main method out here. Okay. So after creating the package and the class file, the next thing is that we need to create a properties file. The properties file do have an extension of .properties with s. Please remember it. And what we need to do is that we need to highlight the project, right click, go to new, others. In this we'll find the general folder, expand the general folder and highlight the file option and click on next. Here we need to give the name of the properties file. So I'll give the name as test.properties with an s. Click on finish. The test.properties are seen out here, and right now I can basically define the browsers. So for commenting, I'll use the hash sign. So browser name. So the properties file works on the concept of key value pair. The key can be has to be unique, where the value can be duplicates. So it always works on the concept of your key value pair. So the key out here will be browser, let's say 1, which is equal to Firefox. Okay, and let's say the another key is browser 2, and the value of this key is Chrome. Okay, I'll save this properties file. Next thing, I'll go out here. First of all, we need to use the create an object of the properties file, properties class rather. So there's a class called properties class. We need to create an object of it. Import it. You have to import from the utility package of your Java system library. And if you hover your mouse over the properties class, it will tell you the properties class represents a persistent set of properties. The properties can be saved in a string or loaded from a string. That is why the properties object has been created, so that it can be basically can be saved to a stream or can be loaded from a stream, whatever it is. So after this we need to use the file input stream class file, and create an object of the file input stream class file. I'll call this reference variable as fi is equal to new file input stream. I'll let you know the meaning of this. So first we have to import this particular class file. We see that still the red underline has not gone, so it needs an argument. The argument will be the path of the properties file. So where do I get the properties file? So I need to use this test.properties. So highlight the properties file, right click, go and click on properties. You will get the path of the property. You just have to copy this and paste it as an argument of this particular object. Ensure that you have double backward slash or a single forward slash. That is how the path can be recognized by Eclipse or by Java. Okay, now we still see that the red underline has not gone. So hover your mouse again, it basically has a caught exception. So the exception has to be handled using the throws clause. So I can use the throws clause. The exception is file not found exception. That means if the file is not found in the particular path, okay, then it will show you a exception called file not found exception, and to handle that exception I'm using the throws clause. Now the file input stream class is basically used to read the raw bytes from the properties file that is getting downloaded, that is getting loaded. So if you hover your mouse over the file input stream class, it will tell you file input stream obtains an input bytes from the file in a file system. What files are available depends on the test environment or the host environment. It is basically meant for reading streams of raw data such as image data, etc. That is why the file input stream is used. So after it reads the input data, I have to load that particular properties file. So there is a load method of the properties class. So I'll use the p.load method. And what I'm trying to load? I'm trying to load the fi. Fi represents the file input stream, which gives you the path of the properties file. Now if you see out here, there's a red underline. If you hover your mouse, it shows you to handle a caught exception with the throws clause. So the exception which will be thrown out will be a IO exception, input output exception. So if the exception is coming, this will be handled by the throws clause. So after we have done that, we can use the properties file. Now as I have told you, the properties file works on the concept of key value pairs. Okay, the keys has to be unique, and the values of the keys can be duplicate as it is. And please also maintain that the uppercase and the lowercase of the keys value needs to be taken care of. So here what I need to do is that, let's say I want to open up the Firefox browser. So I'll create a string called browser and give the value of it as, let's say, Firefox, or let's say Firefox, the capital F. Now I will use a if statement out here. So I'll say if the browser, that is this particular browser, a condition needs to be defined, dot equals ignore case. Why ignore case? Because this is in capital F and the value of the key browser1 is a Firefox with a small f. So ignore case. So what I need to do is that, what is the case argument? There is a method of your properties class called getProperty method. So getProperty method has an argument which is nothing but the argument will be the key name. So I will use the properties class object reference p dot getProperty. If you see out here, it needs the key in the string format, whatever key we have defined in the properties file. Okay, so what is the key that we have defined out here? The key that we have defined out here is browser1. So I'm saying that if the value of this browser equals to the value of the key that I'm getting by the get property method, then open up the Firefox browser. So I have to define the key out here, browser 1. So what is going to happen? This get property method will basically give me the value of the key. So if you see out here, the argument that has been passed in the get property